they wouldn't use those old pictures when I was fat and had a mustache.
Right.
And the guy from the Washington Post had my new press photo.
Well, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, and I mean, what is that? That's like a little dig, you know?
Yeah, well, I didn't think the article was that bad. I mean, I thought you looked pretty good, and it sounds like you're going to come and take over Washington, which I think is pretty pissy.
Pretty what?
Pissy.
Pissy?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting old. And how old are you?
26.
Yeah, maybe that's some new lingo.
What is that?
What do you mean pissy? It's pretty pissy?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
It's like disgusting, and this whole idea, I mean, the thing with the grease man is that he doesn't talk about any other competitors or anything like that. He has his fans, and whenever somebody else comes, like, they always call up and say, oh, did you see that article about so-and-so? And he says, wait, don't even say it. Don't mention their name. I mean, what is this slamming him, calling him a grease ball and gross man? I mean, why are you doing that?
What?
I think he is an incredibly talented man.
What?
I mean,
what happened?
Why are you on our airwaves? Why aren't you listening to him?
Wait, don't say that.
I was curious. I wanted to see what was going on. And as soon as I turned on, that guy from New Jersey
What happened?
called.
You already turned... it sounded like you started out pretty...
I know.
Oh, we got you angry because we made fun of Pissy?
Furious. Yeah, I was furious when that guy from New Jersey called and he started...
Oh, listen, honey, why don't you just shut your trap? Because I'm going to trounce Washington. That guy don't have dick for brains, and neither do you.
Yes, he...
You little... Why don't you marry him like his wife did? Call him up on the request lines.
He's so talented. Oh, he never talks about anybody. He'll say, don't mention that. It's a nice man.
Yeah, we'll see where that gets him. God's on my side. That lady was a pig. Lady, you're a pig, and everyone you ever met is a pig. Thank you. You're on the air.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm not into... I've never even... Look.
Howard.
I've never gotten into a name thing. I'm just going to go in there and get ratings. That's all. We'll see what happens. I don't even care about grease ball. I care about me. I care about good radio, and I care about just trouncing that moron who runs that company.
Howard.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Welcome back to D.C. Okay, great. Do it professionally to take back over the airways. I mean, you know, being that rude to somebody. I mean, you are, and you're great. You were great here. They canned you. You left. You had something better to do, and that's great. What do you got, sour grapes because you didn't get the big bucks when you were here?
Yeah, I have a lot of sour grapes, man.
Well,
I made millions of... Hey, jerk off. I made millions of dollars for that company. I went in and asked the man for a raise. He raped me.
Well, it must not have been that good. Jeez.
What a jerk. What happened in Washington? What kind of jerks are listening?
No, they always do this. They always call up and say, well, you don't have to be so mean.
What do you mean mean? I'm bitter, okay? Yeah, I'm bitter. I got treated like a jerk. I made a lot of money for a company. I made a lot of money for that company, for DC 101. What is it?
The Bells is calling from Los Angeles to
Welcome us?
welcome you.
Do we take that here, or do we have to take a break? All right, take a break, and then the Bells will welcome us into Washington
Yes.
from Los Angeles. Am I bitter? Of course I'm bitter. It's the whole point of doing this. It's revenge.
Do it professionally. What have we ever done professionally? Why should we start doing something
Professionally?
professionally?
I wouldn't even know how to begin to do this professionally. Do it like a gentleman.
This is the beauty of what we do. We have
Yeah.
no idea what we're doing.
I'm telling you, man, I'm an angry man. I'm definitely angry. There's payback time going on here. That's all. Plain and simple.
It's vengeance that drives us.
I don't care about Doug Trachtenberg. I don't care who the morning man is on that station. I'm paying back the general manager and the owners of that station. That's who's going to get hurt. It's payback time. I'm here to kick a little ass. And I'm going for it. Right after these words.
The Olympic Games are over, and...
I'll be mic'd when I leap. Anyway, dial 212 and 516-201 mattress and get your mattress right away. Get any kind of mattress you want, water beds, anything, convertible beds, futons, folding cots, platform beds, Formica platforms, any size mattress, twin, full, queen, or king. It's dial a mattress. Just call them 201-212-516 mattress. 937-92.3 K-Rock at WYSP. I hope Hollywood Squares enjoyed the ratings that they got for the week because... can we find out what they got for a rating?
I don't know. I don't know how you do that.
I can call someone I know.
All right, you got a name you can call?
Yeah.
Because it would be nice to track that and see what happened last week and what happens in the preceding weeks.
Channel 11 ratings. All right, I'll check into that. Whatever ratings you got off of me, I hope you enjoyed it because it'll never happen again. Not after the hatchet editing job you did on me. Made me look like Rick Dees or some kind of maniac.
Did you ever call them to apologize for waking that guy up?
Nope. Sorry, no. So I'm a show business pariah.
Yeah, let everybody stay away.
So that everyone in show business hates me. Great. Who cares? Hollywood Square is a bunch of jerks. I'm not going to apologize for waking them up in the morning and yelling at them. They edited me to death. Ladies and gentlemen, on our telephone, welcoming us to the Washington area, another famous, very famous man, Richard the Bells Belzer.
Well, Howard, Bells couldn't make it, but Mommy told me to wrap you a sandwich in the Constitution for lunch.
The political Bells on the phone, ladies and gentlemen, feeling his political oaths.
This is Washington we're going
This is Washington, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Hello.
Bells, hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Ask me what time it is here, babe.
What time is it, babe?
You know, it's like 6:30, I guess.
Yeah, so the Bells can get up early to welcome us to Washington. It's a big deal.
That's the only reason I would.
And I'm sure the book-selling Bells is trapped in there somewhere who wants to mention his book in Washington.
Yeah, the How to Be a Stand-Up Comic, though?
How to be a stand-up comic. How's that selling?
It's doing pretty good.
You're not giving me a show business line. I mean, you're selling books.
Yeah, we're selling, bro. The Teamsters bought 1,000.
Yeah.
You know.
That's always good.
Yeah.
All right, I think what the Bells wants to do here at this point in the morning, because we don't want to keep them on the line too long, it's just a quick welcome call.
Absolutely.
I think what he wants to do is endorse us.
That's, well, the idea that you finally brought some intelligent radio to Washington is a fun idea.
There you go.
There's a lot of comedians in Washington already, but
Say it.
not as funny as our crew.
Say it.
What?
Say it.
It's true. Who else called you?
Richard Lewis.
Richard Lewis.
From
Jessica
where?
Hahn.
Grandpa Al.
Grandpa Al, Jessica Hahn, Richard Lewis.
Leonard Marshall.
You got quite a
Gilbert
line.
Gottfried.
Gilbert called?
Yeah.
From
Emo
where?
Phillips.
New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gilbert called.
That you got up, huh?
Yeah, he got up. He's a nutty Jew. He's an early rising Jew.
I'm going to be in town in a couple of days, so I'll
good.
be coming by in person.
All right, so come by on the show, and then we can get into one of our famous comedy patters, if you will.
Okay. Welcome to Washington.
All right, thanks, Bells. Go back to bed.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Night,
Take
night.
care.
The Bells welcoming us to Washington. It's a very exciting show. All the celebrities calling in. This is some list of celebrities.
It's amazing the homage they pay.
Yeah. It's the same people who come in every couple of days. Gary really knocking himself out.
Oh, yes. He went to, I guess, a great deal of effort for this.
Gary, give me the Washington Post phone number. I don't even want to call them. Maybe I should give Washington an education of what we've been up to. Nah, let's take phone calls. I can't decide what to do.
Can't make up your mind.
Well, it's kind of exciting, 941 92.3 K-Rock at WYSP.
Yeah, I want to talk to Howard Stern.
Yeah, you're on the air.
On the air? Yeah, Howard. Is this Howard?
Do we dare expect a call from Rick the bass player to welcome us to Washington?
No, I just called the grease man. He's scared to talk to you. Talk about you at all.
Yeah, all right. Well, enough with that already. I mean, we're here, and we're going to do a good job, and we're going to get a lot of big ratings.
I know. Keep talking about the grease man, because he won't talk about you at all.
Okay, I think we've had
Here we
enough.
go.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get into this. Ooh, let me see. I think you should
I
talk
want to hear
about
a
the
good
grease
battle
man.
between...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because this started in Philly, too. You happen to mention something. And then why don't you mention...
Yeah, well, every minute we'll mention that for the rest of our
Zookeeper
lives.
anymore?
Hello.
Yeah, by the way, we haven't mentioned the Philadelphia zookeeper all morning because we've been preoccupied with Washington. Just to remind everyone that he's still bald, he's still ugly, and he's still a loser. And he met his wife on the request lines, much like the grease man from...
Yeah. It seems to be a zoo trait or something.
Yeah.
That you're one of these morning jock traits is you have to come into a new town, find yourself a wife over the request line.
Yeah.
What, do they do that in every city they go
Yeah.
to?
Well, I'm sure Don Geronimo, that big fat turd, didn't get his wife any other way than meeting her off the radio station.
Howard.
Yeah.
How you doing there?
All right, dude.
Listen, Howard, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you were on NBC, you used to play in the beginning of the show, you used to play that song HOWARD.
Right.
How come you can't play that anymore?
What are you, those guys friends or something?
No way.
No, it was the band who made it decided that they wanted to charge me to play it. So I said forget it. No, so I said forget it. I don't want to pay I'm not going to pay for it. I thought that you sent it to me as a gift of love. And they did. They sent me a note, said play it whenever you want. We made up this song about you. We're real fans of you. So then I started playing it, and then everyone gets out of hand. All of a sudden they think they should start getting paid. So I said forget it. I don't need the song.
It's not enough that they get the airplay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's just like when we get records from record companies, we don't pay them to play. In fact, they pay us to play the records. We don't talk about that. But, no, but the thing is, I'm not going to start paying guys. I thought it was kind of nice that I was playing it because I appreciated their talents and I mentioned their name.
Right.
And then they came on kind of heavy with me, like I had to start paying them. And it started to get a hassle. I started getting a call from the band all the time, and I just said, forget it. I'm not going to deal with this.
Yeah, you got big vomit anyway, so.
Right.
To hell with that.
All right, man.
All right, best of luck in Washington. I know you're going to kick their ass.
All right, thanks, man.
Here in New York.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're on the air.
Yeah, hey, how you doing, Howard?
All right.
Look, I want to say something. The people in D.C. had better watch out because you are the voice of freedom in America.
All right,
That's
thank
really
you.
what you are. You're the one
that
scares everybody because you say what's on everybody's mind.
Okay. That's the problem.
The voice of freedom.
If I said whatever was on everyone's mind, no one would listen to it. Thing is, we say what's not on everyone's mind because I would think that we're a little funnier than everybody's mind. Just a minor point. Now we're getting too much ass kissing.
I know.
Now we've gone overboard.
I'm a little woozy. You know, I need something a little sour to take that sweet taste out of my mouth.
When I become the voice of America, I get nervous. Who is this?
571. 570. Hello?
It's Richard Simmons.
Robin. Howard. Good morning.
He wants to welcome us to Washington, I know.
I am so excited. I know that Nancy Reagan is listening right now.
Yes, in fact, she wants to invite you to a dinner party, I believe.
Wait a minute. Just think.
Richard, by the way, was very nice to call in. He told me that he,
Is he in Russia now?
No, I leave tomorrow morning for the Soviet Union.
Great.
And we're taking 30 aerobic instructors to Moscow, Leningrad, and Kiev, and we're doing exercise classes in Gorky Park and Leningrad Square.
Yeah, but why would you bother doing that when you realize their diets are so deficient because they have to wait online for vegetables for 3 hours?
Well, we're going to hopefully change that. You know, Glasnost has opened up a lot of doors, and Russia's really changing, and we really want them to be our friends.
Richard was home last night.
Uh-huh.
He videotaped the Liberace story and watched it in slow motion. He did. Tell everyone how it took you 7 hours to get through the Liberace story.
You didn't want it to end.
So, Richard, let me ask you something. How many fat porkers are you going to load into that plane with you to take them over to the Soviet Union?
I think he was just counting them when we picked up the phone. He was 571,
572. No, that was the poundage. That was just one guy. Now, what are you going to do? You can bring a bunch of fatzos over with you?
I think you better apologize now.
To who?
To me.
To
and
who?
to all the overweight people in America, we don't like to be called fatso.
Well...
I mean, you know, we have to be supportive. What happens if your mother weighed 400 pounds, Howard? You would look at this differently.
No, I wouldn't. My mother does weigh 400 pounds. I think it's nice that you want to make people thin, but I also think you're a little too protective of fat people.
Well, I think they need a lot of protection because...
I don't. I think that it's a disease that they can basically cure.
Our country does not treat overweight people terrifically, and
Let me ask you something. Are you dressed as that Ida character as we speak?
I was just in Tom River, New Jersey at Ocean County Mall, and I did a big exercise class Saturday. Of course, you weren't there because you promised to go places and you never go. But anyway, people were saying to me, Richard, when you on a Howard Stern show, how are you dressed? And I said, little shorts and a top. I said, Howard makes things up. Howard, as a child, began to lie.
Hold on, I got something for you. I have something for you. Listen to this.
What? You stupid. Howard, stop it! Howard! Now listen to me.
Now you're going to Russia,
Yeah.
And you're going to load up,
Morning.
and you're going to find fat Russians, and you're going to exercise them.
No, we're going to meet our Russian counterparts.
Yes.
We're going to visit all their exercise studios in the Soviet Union.
And then you're going to smear excrement on yourselves like Tawana Brawley.
And jump into a trash bag.
Jump into a trash bag.
And I'm gonna try to get the Russians to look at life a little happier and to start exercising and stop eating so many fried foods. You know, they don't have a lot.
Richard, do you think Tawana Brawley would be good in bed?
Oh.
I mean, don't you think that a woman who would smear excrement on herself?
Howard, this is your brand new day in Washington, D.C.
She does seem open to suggestions.
She does. Richard, all right. I'm sorry I said that, all right? I'm sorry I said. Let me ask you a new question.
Don't help him out.
Let me ask you a new question.
What?
How do you think Al Sharpton would be in bed?
Who?
Al Sharpton. Reverend Al Sharpton.
Oh, stop it!
Now, there's a guy you could help.
Howard.
What?
Now listen to
He
me.
has a weight problem, Richard. Would you call him?
No, I think Tawana Brawley would be really easy.
Just think. Grant's tomb, the Smithsonian, Senate, Congress, the Lincoln Memorial, and now...
Don't tell me you've had all of them.
Grant's tomb is up here, Richard.
Grant's tomb.
And now you have...
Richard, who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Are you excited?
So,
Howard?
what?
Are you excited about another new city?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I'm taking particular delight. Thank you, Robin. I'm taking particular delight in going into Washington. As you know, I was thrown out of there 5 years ago.
No, you weren't.
And this is a very exciting morning for me, my first broadcast into Washington.
I saw you on Hollywood Squares.
I thought you had seen a pre-taping, Richard.
I saw it live last week.
Can I just say something, first of all, about Hollywood Squares?
Sure.
First of all, what did you... I know... Look, here's the deal. For whatever it's worth, they screwed me over so badly.
Howard.
I will never do the show again. Just listen for once in your life. Just listen for once in your life. In all seriousness, they cut out... I did tons of funny material on Casey Kasem being an Arab.
But it was too dirty.
It was not dirty.
Well, it was too controversial.
Well, why can't... Why can't it...
Squares is a family show.
But it wasn't anything that kind... What, me going over into Dr. Joyce Brothers Square? Jim J. Bullock goes into, people's squares.
Yeah, but he...
All right, granted, it's Guy Squares. He went into Richard Lewis Squares.
Howard, stop that right now.
No, I'm not making it...
Because you didn't get the great questions or the great box. God knows you've had enough of those. But just because you didn't get the great box...
I never get the great box.
Down Hollywood Squares.
I mean, I've done all right, but I never got the great one. Christy Brinkley.
After the Soviet Union, we're going directly to the Bahamas with Greg Louganis, and we're going to do the Hollywood Squares in the Bahamas.
All right, Richard. That should be fun. Will you be sitting next to Greg Louganis?
Well, I don't know where. When you get there, they assign you a square, so you never know where you're going to be.
You could always invade his square.
Pardon me? Well, I'm really proud that all those people won those Olympic medals.
Well, yeah, I am too. As a matter of fact, I'm very proud.
And if I could give Olympic medals out to people who've lost weight, there'd be so many people in your area who just love you and listen to you.
All right, Richard, I'm getting nauseous. I'm going to throw up.
Stop it.
Stop with the weight loss every minute. What are you? You're so one-tracked. Try to be multidimensional.
Do you know what? Do you know there's over 4 million women in the United States who weigh over 300 pounds, and we have to help them?
Listen, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I've been informed that Hollywood Squares has a budget problem. And there's not enough chairs, so Greg Louganis is going to have to sit in your lap for the entire Hollywood Squares.
Howard.
What?
Howard, just because you got a little ticked off at Hollywood Squares, that's no reason...
And wouldn't it be funny if, like...
make fun of these people.
Wouldn't it be funny if certain of the squares had to share squares?
Yeah, they used to do that when they came to New York. They were sharing all the squares.
Yeah, Shadow got to share a square.
With Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You look so good when I came to New York to see you. I just love you.
Well, thank you.
I don't know how you sometimes put up with Howard.
Let me ask you a question, though.
Let me finish my conversation, Howard.
I did look good on Hollywood Squares, though, didn't I?
Pardon me?
I looked good on Hollywood Squares.
Anyway, Robin, you were seriously...
What does that mean?
One of my very favorite people, and if I could find a really nice girl like you, I would date her.
Well, you found me, Richard. When are we going out?
No, but you live all the way in New York, and I live all the way in L.A., but I think...
But you never take me when you're here.
I think you're... You know what?
Yeah, isn't that surprising?
I've asked you and Howard out both times when I come to New York.
Oh, please.
When I'm not on your show, you totally ignore me.
Yeah, where are we going to go with you?
Kiss Chin Chins, the new restaurant in Manhattan.
Chin Chins?
Yeah, it's...
All right, Richard, here's the deal. The next time you're in town, we're going out.
Well, no,
I'm going to take you to my restaurant. Buttocks.
Oh, stop it.
Chin Chins. What is that?
In November, I'm going to be at the Bergen Mall in Paramus, New Jersey on Saturday the 5th. So Friday the 4th,
Hey, did you see...
I'm going to take... Robin and I are going to have a date.
All right.
All right.
There you have it, folks.
We'll go see a Broadway show.
All right.
And then we'll have...
Legs Diamond?
What was that?
Legs Diamond?
Oh, now we're going to do dirty Peter Allen jokes, all right?
Legs Diamond.
Now listen to me, Robin.
Let me ask you a question.
We'll see a nice show, we'll have dinner, and then I'll take you back to my penthouse at the Regency Hotel.
All right.
All right, and you guarantee that something's going to go on between you and Robin?
We'll watch CNN News,
Yeah.
and we'll get to know each other.
All right.
All right, dynamite.
That's not a bad idea.
Not at all.
Howard, do you think maybe...
I got to go home and watch the Liberace story.
Howard,
Did you watch that? Did you watch that?
No, I was at Cedar Sinai last night.
Listen to this. His
Wait a
mother...
What?
Well, we'll get to Cedar Sinai in a minute. His mother sent... Liberace came back from tour,
Yeah?
and his mother and his sister-in-law couldn't understand why he hadn't been with a woman in a long time.
Yeah.
So they sent Liberace to his room,
Uh-huh.
and they said, there's a surprise up there for you, and they had like a hooker in there.
Yeah.
For him. And he,
But you believe that. Now, come on.
This is the official authorized
this is authorized.
I mean, Liberace was the
What if your
greatest-
mother did that to you?
Liberace was the greatest. He was a great showman, and you
He
should
was.
really just appreciate the good things he does.
We never missed him at Radio City when he came by.
That's right.
I used
We
to
were
swoon.
The biggest fan.
Yeah.
He was he was a wonderful human being, and he helped this world out so
Yeah,
much.
he helped a lot. He did a lot for the world.
He did.
Yeah, he was a great humanitarian. What did he do?
was.
Oh, he built more museums
What did you do?
and
Howard,
accumulated more possessions so that...
Howard, but Howard, what have you done? Compare your life to Liberace.
I don't have his kind of money.
You helped out.
I don't have his kind of money. I at least have a family.
He's helping 2 children.
Robin, where were we?
All I know is, remember they used to do those close-ups of his fingers on the piano?
Robin,
I used to go
what
wild imagining where those fingers had been.
Stop it.
Like 5 minutes.
Howard,
Stop that.
Robin,
Seriously.
we're gonna have... Howard, put
What?
it away right now.
All right, I'm going to throw that out. All right,
Listen
listen.
to me, Robin.
Yes.
On Friday, November 4th,
Look, I'm holding you to this.
you and I are going to have dinner.
All right.
And then on the 5th, Howard,
Liberace, what did he do? What did Liberace do for people?
well,
How dare you compare me with... I stay away from buttocks. That's what I do.
Stop it.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's true.
now listen to me. The most important thing that he did was he helped millions of people out. He gave lots of money to charity, to orphanages, to poor people.
Yeah, well, he had a lot of money, but most of the time he just spent making Liberace museums so he could house more and more of that garbage he
Nothing
called.
is sacred to you, Howard. Nothing is sacred to you. Nothing.
Nothing.
Most
Nothing.
probably you have a version of the Last Temptation of Christ in your bedroom.
Oh, you can't. I view that all night and day.
Howard,
I particularly like the sexual scenes.
Howard, now I've never asked you a favor, have I?
No.
Okay. Will you do me a favor? Huh?
I can't believe you just compared me to Liberace. I'm
On
freaking out.
November 5th.
You know, I never seduced Cub Scouts in a gold jacket.
Stop it, Howard!
What?
On November 5th.
It's easy to give money to charity to relieve your guilt for seducing Boober.
he did not do those things. He was a very kind man. Now listen.
Well, maybe he never seduced Cub Scouts, but he seduced Boober and never paid him.
On November 5th,
Yes.
I'm going to be at the Bergen Mall in Paramus, New Jersey. Would you come with me?
No.
What?
I said no. I'm not going to go humiliate myself
He's
in some
doing
shopping
one
mall.
mall appearance
Yeah.
this month. He's not going to do another one.
One mall a year is fine. What is this? What are you going to be doing at the mall?
Howard, I've been a friend.
No, what are you going to be doing
I
at
have
this
been a
mall?
friend of yours
You're going to
now.
be exercising fat old women. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know from it. You come here and promote it, that's fine. But I'm not going to that. I'm not going to sit around and smell a bunch of old broads.
Oh, geez.
I'm not. They're big fat broads in leotards. I'm not going to go subject myself to
I
that.
can't believe it. Just say no.
Just say no. Now, let me wait a second. Maybe I'm
Because
wrong.
he's hurt now, because I
All
can
right,
hear
hold it. Richard, Hold it. I'm rethinking my position. Richard.
Richard, are you there?
I have never asked you for a favor.
All right, what is the
in my
favor
life.
again? I forgot.
I get up in the morning, do the show.
No.
You're opening in Washington.
No, what is-
All I hear about is Liberace and overweight women. Overweight women are women. 80% of overweight women are women that gave birth to a child, which is the most sacred thing in the whole world. Also, of course, a few extra poundage.
Listen
on
to
it.
me.
It's part of us.
Listen to me.
It's what?
Listen to me.
I never.
You are going to be at the what mall?
Bergen
Mall in Paramus, New Jersey,
When?
on November 5th, and I want you.
And what
there.
would be the point of being there? So I can.
Well, we're going to motivate people because.
So you're going to stand in a shopping mall with a microphone and yell at people?
Everybody, tighten up. Hello. Yum.
No, forget it. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to watch that. I'll be. That is so
Why don't
embarrassing.
you reserve judgment?
No,
Think about it.
I don't have to think about it. No, it's embarrassing. That's an embarrassing thing to do.
It's embarrassing when people do not.
I thought
help
Tiffany was
other
embarrassing.
Oh.
Going to shopping malls and dancing. I mean, Richard's going to be dancing in a shopping mall. I'm not going to sit there and do
We're
that.
gonna be there to motivate overweight people to stay healthy. Now, I have never asked you for a favor. I think you better weigh this very carefully.
All right, well, you come in here. I'll think about it. All right? Now, listen.
I have never asked you.
You are a great man. I want to wish you a safe and happy trip to Russia.
I want you to apologize to every overweight man and woman for your attitude.
No, I will
this
not.
morning.
I will
Yes,
absolutely
you will.
not. No, I won't.
Oh, yes, you will.
Oh, no,
Just
I
say-
won't.
Now, come on, just say, I'm sorry for the way I talk to the overweight people.
I'll only have my fingers crossed, so it won't matter.
Just say it. Even if you say it, it'll make me feel better.
Well, Robin, I'm not going to say that.
Robin, stop. Howard, just say, I'm sorry at the...
All right, I'm sorry to everybody, all right?
No, that was not sincere. At least Liberace was sincere. You made fun of his...